Oh, I tell you, when it comes to matters of love, tenderness, stuff like that, sometimes life can be tough, and you just need a little bit of that common sense advice that's not, common enough. That's where we come in, the Dear Abby and Dear Alan of Fargo-Moorhead. It's the Love Doctor. Submit these on the Playhouse page, Y94.com, and we'll squeeze them in a time or two a week here on the show. Love Doctors, you're on the Love Gurus. I just started dating a guy, and I was taken back a bit because he's my first from neck to toe hairless man. No chest hair, no arm hair, no armpit hair, no down there hair, no leg hair, not even a strand on his toes or his buttocks. I made a comment about it, and he said that grooming is important to him, and he knows that women appreciate it. He kind of winked at me. He's not like he's a swimmer or anything. He's just one smooth guy. It's new to me and kind of weirding me out. With the lights off, he could just as well be a woman. Am I being petty to ask someone to grow some hair? Tell them I gotta go because it just feels creepy to me.
Yeah, I feel like you're being petty. How does that bother you? He's like a Ken doll.
So you would find that
smooth all
appealing.
over.
You wish that Steven was also a smooth criminal.
I don't care. I feel like just do whatever makes you feel comfortable. I don't care what you do with your body hair. Like, it's wintry. I haven't been up keeping on my legs, and Steven doesn't say anything to me, so I don't care. I'll let anybody do whatever they want. I think you're being petty. It's just new to you, so you're not used to it. I think you give it more time, because if you like everything else about this person, you enjoy spending time with them, get over it.
I tend to agree with you. Unless you have some sort of like attraction to hair, I think you would get used to it. Like, unless it like is your weird attraction where you're like, I love rubbing my fingers through some butt hair. I think you'll be okay.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, I would look at it like kind of positive. He's smooth all over, unless it's like he's like shaving it and then it gets like a little prickly sometimes.
I bet you now, after you date this guy for a while, if you were to end up in a relationship with anybody else, you'd feel like you were dating an ape.
You probably would, yeah. Like, you'd be like, man, I miss the hair-free body.
I honestly think you would. And Love Doctors, you're on the Love Gurus. I'm dating a coworker, and the office is probably more supporters of it than anybody. They clearly love us together. They see us as a pair, and we're celebrated as the stars of the office. We're basically our office's Jim and Pam. The thing is, we both know our relationship is definitely coming to an end, and at this point, we're really just staying together for the kids, but we don't have kids. The kids are our coworkers. We've even talked about seeing other people, but pretending we're together for the sake of our coworkers that love us together and talk about us like we're one being. Does it make any sense that we'd maybe break up, but even just let the office think we're still dating and fake it a little bit for them? I honestly think it would make our boss look at us negatively the second he learns we've ended. In fact, I think he'd try to play relationship counselor and might even be personally offended and personally victimized by our breakup.
I don't think so. I think if you try to stay together to make other people happy, you're going to resent each other even more. And if your boss does do that, go to HR. He's overstepping the lines. But just, I don't think, because you two are clearly fine with it, and it seems like you'll be able to get along at work even though you're not together. Mm-hmm. You're just worried about all your other coworkers. No, get over that. They're not the ones in the relationship.
I do think that when you have an office couple, once it's been established, it really does become part of the culture, right? Like, you get celebrated. Everybody does see you. They always bring up the other to you. I mean, they see you that way. But they'll get used to it, right? Especially if you guys are like super amicable about it and you talk. Like, on rare occasion, they might be like, "Oh, I miss when you guys were together." But as you guys start seeing other people, like, they'll get used to it.
Yeah, they'll get over it. But don't stay together for them. No, you guys are you'll start hating each other.
All right, so now we got to decide whose weekend is it with Susie from accounting. We have shared custody. And Love Doctors, you're on the Love Gurus. I'm engaged to an awesome girl, but I've learned something pretty dark. She has confessed to me that she has about $19,000 in credit card debt. It's hard for me to want to marry someone who has allowed that when I have about $1,000 in credit card debt. Now, there's a few reasons I have an issue with this. One, I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to pay for that. That's your problem. Also, how did you allow this to happen, and what does this say about you and your intelligence? She says that she had a shopping issue, but it's been resolved. Went so far as to say that she went to see a therapist about it. Do I tell her that she needs to clear that debt out before we pull the trigger on getting married, or how would other people handle this?
I mean, I think you could say that because you're joining your lives together, or you just make it very clear that you want to keep your finances separate. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there's an issue with that, and I don't think you ever should be expected to pay that. That's not your issue. That's hers. And just make sure that she's actually doing things to try to take care of that debt? Because if she's not, then you're like, are you sure?
You know what? And you said she talked to somebody about it. I don't think it would be 100% out of lines to if in front of that person you wanted to say, like, hey, I just can, could you help us work through this? Because I don't want to be responsible for this. And can you help me communicate that I don't think I should have, if you feel like you need to do that? But I would imagine as part of her talking to somebody, she's probably learned that's her thing that she needs to deal with if she got out of it what she should have.
I would hope so, but yeah. And if she's never brought it up to you like, hey, I need help with this, that's a good sign then. Because then I think it is like she is taking that action to try to bring that down and take care of the problem that she caused.
Well, it sounds like she brought it up to you, and she went and talked to somebody about it, and like not a financial expert. She talked to a legit therapist. Like, I think you got to credit somebody a little bit for taking pretty positive steps there to try to deal with the situation. I don't hate the idea of maybe making it clear. Like, you could even get a legal document that says that's not my problem.
That is true, yeah.
Like a prenup.
I was going to say, yeah, getting married, I think you could do that. But I would, Zero said, take it as a good sign that she felt that she could tell you that. And I'm sure that was hard for her. But the fact that she's, owning up to it, good sign.
Yeah, maybe wouldn't have any shared credit cards anytime soon. But otherwise, I think you're probably okay.